so as you can see, I'm doing some other maintenance on the Miata. This little shift boot thingy is completely torn and there's a hole going all the way down. As you can see, I got a new one, nice and fresh one. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this on. I got an old stereo system thingy. It's like nice and all, but as you can see, it's a little laggy. But it's touch screen, it's a double din, but it's kind of slow. The screen quality is not the best. The main thing, it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, which kind of sucks. So I'll show you, I got a brand new one that's super nice. All right, new one's in. Old broken one is out. Now let's pop out the stereo and install the new one. I'm gonna show you the new one right now. All right, so this is the new stereo. It's some Chinese stereo, but the screen quality is supposed to be really good. And it's QLED, so hell yeah. Let's go ahead and unpackage this baby. See what's inside. All right, so this is what the new head unit looks like. And it should have like 2 subwoofer outputs and stuff, so it looks pretty nice. It feels really light, so I like that it has like a little knob on it for the volume. The buttons feel pretty good. Yeah, but other than that, let's go ahead and figure out how to install this, and it should be plug and play. Hopefully I don't have to rewire any of this stuff, but I might have to, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, this is the backup camera. But yeah, let's go ahead and figure out how to install this, take that old one out, and let's get it. Alright, so as you guys can see, I had to rewire all the new connectors and harnesses for the stereo, and I had to go get new crimps and everything, but everything is pretty much connected now. So now all we have left to do is just plug everything up into the new stereo and see if it works. So let's get it. Alright, y'all, so after a bunch of troubleshooting, I got this thing wired in. The CarPlay works now, so check this out. But yeah, guys, Apple CarPlay works. Look at that. Music right here, SoundCloud, Apple CarPlay, everything. I still have to take the little screen protector off the screen. It's kind of messing with it, but other than that, guys, she works. Look at that. I hope you guys enjoy this little CarPlay install. We're gonna go ahead and put everything together, and yeah. All right, guys, what is up? How's it going? So I'm out here with the Miata today. I'm going on a little road trip. As you can see, we still have no hood, even though it looks really sick. I really like the look of it. We need the hood to keep the engine protected, and I found a crazy deal on an OEM hood just for $100. So we're gonna go ahead. It's an hour drive. We're gonna take a little road trip, and we're gonna go get me a hood and just straight bolt it on and drive back. So it's like an hour and a half away, even though she's not running too good. But yeah. Oh, and as you can see, we got the nice Apple CarPlay with our maps on. So we got our navigation, super nice. I love having Apple CarPlay, especially for maps and road trips like that. But let's go ahead and go get this hood, guys. Going on a little road trip. As you can see, the brand new Apple CarPlay is coming in clutch. But we're driving like an hour and a half away to go. As you can see, I got no hood right there. Yo, this is such a weird little street. Look at this. Crazy. We're almost here. We're 5 minutes away. All right, so she has a hood now. Check this out. Starting to look like a car again. The clear coat does need a little bit of work, but we're gonna repaint it anyway. So now an hour and a half drive back home. Let's get it. All right, guys, what is up? So it's another day. As you can see, guys, check out these new pants that I got. They're freaking Adidas. They're camo, super fresh. But other than that, we got the carbon fiber. We got the carbon fiber fenders. So as you see, this one's completely untouched, perfectly fine. And this is the one that got cracked and got all this damage. So as you can see, I already tried filling it in with epoxy, the holes and stuff, and like sanding it down. But I really don't like how that looks. So there's not a lot of videos of people repairing like heavy damage with carbon fiber online, like this specifically. I really don't like how messy that looks. So what I got is this paint stripper, and since carbon fiber is epoxy, and this right here says that it strips paint, epoxy, what I'm thinking about doing is using some of this and try to get rid
of that layer of cracked epoxy on this carbon fiber and see if we can make it look way nicer. If we can like leave it on there, then scrape off all the cracked epoxy and then maybe pour a fresh layer of new epoxy over it, because honestly, even if it doesn't work, it's still gonna look better than that. My other option is just to like sand it down, get it smooth, and just kind of paint match it to the car, which is what I might end up doing if the carbon doesn't come out nice. I'll just literally just make it smooth and then paint match it to the silver. But might as well try and use some paint stripper on the carbon and see what happens. So let's get it. I'm also going to throw the good side on to this side so the car looks not like a freaking Terminator. And as you guys can see back here, this carbon has really burned out in the sun. And we're going to use some clear coat just to kind of, I'm going to sand it down and just give it a layer of clear coat. Because if you see this, the underside is perfectly fine because there's no sun under here. But on top, it's really, really gross looking. So I'm just gonna hit it with like some 800 or 1500 grit sandpaper, get it all smooth, and we're gonna hit it with some of this. The only issue is that this, not UV resistant clear coat, but maybe it is. So ideally, you would want the one that it's like the 2K clear coat where you activate it on the bottom and use that. But since I don't have that, I'm just gonna hit it with some of this. But yeah guys, check, you can't really see him that well, but check these pants out. So sick. Freaking Adidas, camo, no pants, invisible. Let's go ahead and throw this quarter panel on and see how everything lines up. So let's see. Oh yeah. Look at that, boys. It's not even bolted in and we are money. We're lined up. Look at that. That's not even bolted on, and like, yeah, look at this. Look at that. We need to adjust that a little bit, but look at that. Everything lines up perfectly, guys. Alright, so as you guys can see, I got this quarter panel all bolted up. Check this out. Look how it lines up too. Boom, right there. The headlight's a little out of whack because it broke off right here, but check that out. That's all fresh. Down here, basically this side's perfect. That means that this piece in the front was welded in properly, so, and the hood closes. So as you can see, let's go ahead and close the hood real quick. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. We might have to do some micro adjustment, just a slight bit down here. But other than that, guys, look. Oh my god. She looks like a car. So dope. But basically, yeah, this side's on. I still have to do the repair on this side so we can put it on. But for now, I'm probably gonna just rock it like this. So I got some 1500 grit. And I'm just giving the wing a little wet sand just to get it prepped up for paint. It already looks better just from the sanding in the water, but once we hit this with 1500 grit, we're gonna go ahead and clear coat it and see how it turns out. Alright, so I just finished sanding with 1500 grit, and honestly, I don't think I'm gonna need to clear coat it because right now it's slightly damp, so that's why it looks so good. But I feel like if I hit it with some buffing polishing compound, we're not even gonna need to clear coat this. So look at that. That's just 1500 grit wet sand. So yeah, let's go ahead and whip out the buffer and we'll hit this and see what it looks like. Alright, so this is what the wing looks like after I hit it with the buffer. Look at that. Oh my god. It's like so shiny. I'm gonna show you in the daylight, but yeah, it came out awesome and we didn't even have to clear coat it, so let's go. Alright, so as you guys can see, I got some LED headlights. I literally have no high beams right now in the front, and I have two different bulbs. I have like a yellow halogen one, and I have a LED right here. So we're gonna fix that. We got a whole little set of these super bright high beam and low beam. So these are like HB4s and HB3s, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the 9005, 9006, HB4, HB3. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. These are super good. I think they're 6,000 K temperature. So they're gonna be nice and bright white, not too blue. So let's go ahead and throw these things in. Alright guys, so the HB3 is the high beams and the HB4s are gonna be the low beams. So let's go ahead and start with the low beams. All we literally do is we pop it out. This is the old bulb. Just unhook it. There's these little tabs, and we're just gonna go ahead and pop it in, and then slide it in and twist it, and then it should just lock in place. You gotta kind of find the right angle to make it go in. I think that's it. Alright guys, so I got the bulbs all installed for the high beams and the low beams. As you can see, there's that one, there's that one. And what's really nice about these is that they, instead of having the plug actually attached to the bulb and the little fan thing, these ones give you a nice little wire, like, so you can like extend it and you don't have to like reach all the way in there and like twist the bulb and stuff. It's just a lot easier to have this little extension that connects to the bulb. So all we have to do now is just flick them on and see if they turn on and see how bright they are. Let's see here. Okay, both went on. So these are the low beams. Oh yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Ignore the wrap. Looks nasty right now. I was just attempting to wrap the headlight. We have Jeremiah brought his heat gun, so we're gonna rewrap that. I was wrapping it literally with a hairdryer. So we're gonna use the heat gun and stretch some tint over the lights just to make them black. It's gonna look way sicker, I think. But yeah, low beams work, super bright. And let's go ahead and flick the high beams on.
Oh shit.
Oh, look at that. That is bright.
Hell yeah.
But we did it, guys. I have headlights and I can finally see now. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and get some tint film, and we're gonna wrap these babies just to make them all dark, because they're kind of getting yellow. The clear kind of white lights don't look that good with like everything else is like dark themed. So I feel like, let me turn the lights off and I'll show you. So I feel like, as you see, that one's like, it's like kind of clear yellowish. And then this one, that's how it's gonna look like when I tint them. So ignore the bad tint, but we're gonna go ahead and retint that right now, and yeah, let's get it. Oh yeah, we need to put the intake back on. Keep it off for now, we'll put it on later. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab some tint film and see if we can make these things look fresh. Oh. Alright, let me show you the headlight. So, low beams. Is that high beams or just low beams?
Just low.
And then high beams. Look at that. Sick, right?
Hell yeah.
They're like perfect. They're not like blue. They're like a cool, bright white. And yeah, it looks sick. So let's go ahead and wrap them.
Go.
Guys, look at that. That one versus this one. Ooh, brand new. Alright, so check this out. It's like in the 40s or like high 30s right now. So the tint is not amazing because it's super hard to stretch it in the cold. But other than that, guys, check that out. That looks pretty mean. Let's close the hood and see what that looks like. It's pretty mean. Way better than like the clear. It makes it look meaner. Yeah, that's pretty dope. We might have to redo it later when it's warmer, but for now, it's good enough. Still pretty bright with the tint.